Alright, we're back in the shop. Screaming Demons RC, SDRC. We're going to be going over in this video Integy's billet machine motor mount for the Traxxas Xmaxx 4x4. The part number on this is C26945 orange, because I got the orange version. I only got the orange version because it was a few dollars cheaper than any of the other versions, and I figured, well, seeing as you only actually really see the top two edges, it wouldn't really matter what color it was. So I'm going to check this out, and we'll open it up and go from there. Hold on. Okay, I've got the package open. Here is the beautiful piece. It's a great finish to it. I actually really like the color of the orange. Looks great. They've got some, cutouts here for making it a bit lighter. The stock Traxxas pieces here, one second, I'll get. The stock Traxxas pieces, these are right here. Okay, they would sit basically like this. Just like that. Sorry, yeah. Just like that. Here you can see on. So the Integy piece fills in the center, makes it, instead of a two-part, it's actually a three-piece, because you got the end, which is screwed on there or bolted on, and so this end is too. So you got a three-piece unit here from Integy Traxxas, two-piece plastic. I'll give you some measurements on the weights of these. I've already weighed this one because I've already taken it off. This one I just unpackaged, so I'll get it weighed up and let you know what the weights are before the end of the video here. But yeah, I'm really happy with the quality of this. As always, when you get something brand new, take it apart, use some Loctite, and Loctite all the screws in. All four of these screws there, I'll Loctite in. Let them sit at least 24 hours before you use them. Also in the package was this little bag here. It has 4 orange aluminum spacers and 4 countersunk. I believe these are M2.5 screws, I believe. Maybe they're 3. Well, anyway, they're small compared to the... No, they're 2.5s because they're smaller than what we're working with most of the time on this truck. So I'm going to... I'll show you what those are for a little bit later here in the video. Just a sec. Okay, I have the weights here for the motor mount, the stock and the Integy aluminum. So the stock plastic pieces, there was the 2 of them actually. Sorry if the light's bad there. My light is kind of bright. Anyway, so there's the 2 pieces for the Traxxas stock motor mount right there, and they weigh 34.8 grams for the 2 of them. And then the Integy comes in at a whopping 79.7 grams. It's, quite a bit heavier, but it's also a lot nicer of a piece. It's going to hold your motor good and true and straight in there, and I think it's a good upgrade. And it also looks a far lot better than the plastic components. It's also going to cool. Aluminum takes the heat from the motor and draws it into the aluminum, and it's like a heat sink, right? So that's a lot better than the plastic. Plastic doesn't do anything really, just kind of holds it in like an insulator. And so anyway, there you can see there. I didn't do what the differences are, but you can see it's quite drastic. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the rest of the video here. Okay, I told you I would tell you what these 4, it comes with 4 of these little aluminum spacers. These are orange because the motor mount was orange, sorry. It also comes with 4 of these little screws. I already put 2 of them in, sorry. Comes with 4 of those little screws also. And those are basically to, because the aluminum didn't have it machined in it, these mounts here, which are the stock ones are right here, you can see them, the nubs on there. Well, the aluminum wasn't machined with it, so they just opted to use little aluminum spacers with a couple of screws to hold it in there. So I've already put these 2 in, and of course I used Loctite to do that. I just have to install the other 2. I still have to take the end screws out on both ends, put the motor in place, and Loctite them back in place before I install it. So I'll get right to that. Alright, here we go with the motor mount all installed. We got the motor on there. That's the 1600 kV stock Traxxas motor. It fit really nice, had no problems. It went together great. It looks really nice on there compared to the stock version. And like I said, you won't really see much. You basically only see this top edge here and the top edge here. Other than that, though, it'll be a little, a little better for cooling the motor and aligning it up with the gears and stuff like that. And just a overall nicer piece to have in the truck. So I'm gonna get that installed and then show you what it looks like after we're done there. Before I install my motor here, I'm just going to add a bit of Amazing Goop 2 Max to the fan plug that goes into the ESC right here. You don't want to be bashing and smashing like we do, as hard as we do, and have your fan on your ESC come unplugged right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of this goop here, squeeze it onto a screwdriver, a little flathead screwdriver. Not a lot, you don't need much. Put the cap back on because that stuff will dry pretty quick on you. Just take that little bit of goop there, add it right to where the plug goes into the speed control. You don't have to get all fancy with it, just add it. It'll it'll smooth out into place there. And then basically that's it. Let it dry, and that plug will not come out of there until you want it to come out of there. And when you want it to come out of there, you'll have to peel that stuff off, kind of like a silicone or a kind of like a bubble gum, because the stuff doesn't harden, it just dries up, still stays flexible. It's really good stuff. It's paintable, all that. So I'm going to pop the motor in here, and I will get these screws installed and show you what it looks like when it's completely done. So I'll be right back.